Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel and share with a friend. We are trying to get to 100 subscribers, and every subscription helps us out a bunch. This article today comes from The Hollywood Reporter. Very interesting news regarding Lucasfilm and Star Wars, guys. It reads Star Wars Simon Kinberg to write, produce new trilogy for Lucasfilm. He would spearhead the launching of a new saga in the beloved galaxy far, far away. I've heard a few things about this. Apparently it's going to be centered around the Rey character played by Daisy Ridley. They say it's going to be a trilogy, guys, so episode 10, 11, and 12. With that being said, let's read a little more into this article for some more juicy details. Simon Kinberg is heading into hyperspace, signing an expansive deal to write and produce a Star Wars feature trilogy. Kinberg would spearhead the launching of a new saga in the beloved galaxy far, far away, and will write the scripts for what Lucasfilm hopes would chart a brand new path forward for the sci-fi space opera universe. Lucasfilm topper Kathleen Kennedy will also produce the new trilogy. Now, guys, obviously fans of Star Wars are not big fans of Kathleen Kennedy. It kind of seems like anything that her name is plastered on has failed as of recently, especially since Star Wars was acquired by Disney, Lucasfilm, I should say. But yeah, Kathleen Kennedy being on this is not a good sign. But let's keep reading into this article. The new story is not meant to be a continuation of the Skywalker saga, the name of the overall arc of the popular and pop culture dominating Star Wars movies known as Episode 1 through 9. The intent here is to have brand new characters and a new story, and not to have it be a continuation, sources tell The Hollywood Reporter, although that does not mean that some characters could not or would not pop up as cameos. Kinberg already has strong Star Wars ties. He co-created the animated series Star Wars Rebels with David Filoni, as well as Carrie Beck. The Emmy-nominated show ran for 4 seasons from 2014 through 2018. He also helped out on the relaunch of Star Wars after Disney bought Lucasfilm, acting as a consultant on 2015's The Force Awakens. And by the way, The Force Awakens is actually a decent film, and I will defend that film. So it looks like this guy, he's been involved in some cool things. Obviously, once you get high up with Lucasfilm and Disney, things do change. I don't expect the quality of his work to shine through in this. Technically, if Kathleen Kennedy is really heading this project, remember, the executives always get involved in these projects, and they get involved in a negative way. So hopefully this guy has the freedom, the creative freedom to do what he needs to do, because he's been on some decent projects, decent as of since Star Wars has been acquired, right? Different levels of quality. Obviously, Star Wars pre-Disney acquisition is a lot different than Star Wars post-Disney acquisition. But like I said, Force Awakens is a decent film, and looks like he worked on Rebels. So I think Rebels was looked at as a decent project as well. Nothing too, I guess, polarizing about those two. So let's keep reading. Kinberg is an established presence in the genre space. He had a hand in the Fox X-Men movies, being one of the producers of Logan and the first 2 Deadpool movies, among many other creative duties, and he is about to go into the production on Edgar Wright's take on Stephen King's Tale the Running Man for Paramount. The writer-producer is one of the busiest creatives in town, and he's helping to develop the rival Star Trek franchise for Paramount, a deal he stepped into this past spring. He was due to take on an active producing role on the franchise's film side. Sources say he will maintain those duties, keeping one hand on a lightsaber and the other hand on a phaser. Lucasfilm has tried to chart different paths forward before. Kennedy previously signed filmmaker Rian Johnson, Knives Out, to develop a trilogy, as well as Game of Thrones creators David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. None of those came close to fruition, with the company facing occasional scrutiny over the years. So with that being said, guys, that wraps up the article there. What do you think about this? Do you like this direction that Lucasfilm and Star Wars is going into? Are you excited for an episode 10, 11, and 12? Do you think any of this is going to come to fruition? I think there's going to be a lot of script writing issues. Obviously, time is a big thing for these films. As far as a Star Wars film, obviously we have not had a Star Wars film since 2019, and that was was it The Rise of Skywalker? That was the last Star Wars film we had. I know we have Mandalorian and Grogu, but there's nothing to follow up Episode 9. So a lot of pressure on Disney and Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy. Let's see what we get from Star Wars in the future. Will I probably be watching these films? More than likely not, but I'll definitely be reporting and I'll definitely be passing that information on to you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments about this article and Star Wars overall. With that being said, guys, subscribe to the channel, like, share with a friend, ring the bell for notifications, and as always, be safe. It's Neff signing off.